Okay, good. We are on live.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, good evening. Yes, today is again, we are at the final episode of our property law. I think the feeling is that it has been quite a while, right? You can see that today I am looking rather serious and professional. It's because 不一样, I can always, have to as to follow whatever people are doing today, because I have brother Richard here and sister Gracie here, so I must be very, very serious lah. It's not me, but I can do it lah. Okay. Yes.
Grand finale.
Yes, our grand finale. Yes.
Last episode for the year.
Wow, yeah, and I think it's really time really flies. And then it's really like, okay, I think since we started this property law, right? I think it has been 7 months. Okay, if you guys still remember, right? Okay, that our first episode is starting in April. Just now, before we start, we are just talking about it. Gracie said, wow, April 29, wow, it's a very meaningful day for her. Yes, that was the very first episode that we actually started property law. So I think we have actually covered about more than, today is the 11th episode, more than 10 series already.
Wow, 11 already?
Yeah, 11 already, correct. So so far, how have we really covered so far? Yeah, you don't remember or not? Yes, remember or not? You cannot remember, that means I have to remember, right? I have to remember, right? Yeah.
So anyway,
Please help us to like and share.
Oh yes. Wow. A little bit rusty already. Yes, a little rusty. Yeah. Okay, please continue. Yeah, please tell us to like and share, because I think for tonight, right, our topic is really serious. Okay, as in it's really good and relevant topic lah. So that's why I hope to see more people joining and also benefiting and also knowing something lah. Okay, we are the self-proclaimed guru lah. So if there's anything that somehow or rather you all don't agree, please do not be angry, do not fight with me, do not scold me. Just let me know. Yeah. Okay. Of course, it's mainly partly is for educational purposes lah. Okay. So yeah. So okay. So Richard, so we have actually covered the 10th episode already. You still remember or not? What the first episode that we actually covered?
wow,
I still remember or not?
I cannot remember. There's too many.
Too many, okay.
Yeah, maybe you can list down.
So maybe I just list down. So it's like a flashback about what we have actually done. So we actually started about whether you guys should be paying about HDB or not. But of course, not to worry. If you are somehow interested in any of the topic that I've actually mentioned, there is always videos in this property law page. So just go back and retrieve it, and you can actually watch. And they are actually some of them are actually quite fun, quite interesting as well. Okay, so we actually started, having Rianne and Gary talking about HDB, whether should it be fully paid or not. Then after that, episode 2 is who? It's about immune. Are you immune against sandwich class? Yes, that is when we have Adeline and Stephen. Yes, Stephen talking about it. Yeah. And then after that, episode 3, y'all must help me. I didn't write who talk about what. Whether should they help? Oh, it's me and Evangeline, is it? Yeah, correct. It's me and Evangeline talking about whether we should hold or sell off the EC. And then after that, we also have this new launch versus resale, as well as a Tony versus leasehold. That is by you, right? Annie and Tony, right? All the
Joy.
Enjoy.
Hello, is it? Yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah, Richard's sister Shirley. Hello. Yeah, your comment we can see one there. So please do that for us, so that we don't feel that we are actually alone. There's a comment over there. Yes, and then of course we also have this rental yield versus capital appreciation. So who was actually covering it?
Charles and Sunny.
Charles and Sunny. Oh, so you guys still remember or not? The episode we also have something addition. You still remember or not? Anybody here, our 忠实听众 or 观众 or whatever, you still remember or not? What happened actually in the episode? I can't remember, is it? Never mind. You all remember Charles actually sang a song? Never mind. So if you all want to watch him again, right, just go back to the video.
Because people knew, like, people are the one that
Vivian. Bevan. Bevan. 必须他来嘞 please help to share also. Yes. And then after that, we also have opposite side. We also have again these two very prominent shophouse focus agents and gurus, which is a shophouse being a best asset set. So today I'm a little bit stressed to talk to them today. Oh, what happened to the screen? Oh, okay. So we are a little bit stressed today because I'm talking to the guru of the guru. 我只是you know 客串. You know what is 客串 means? By the way, I need to show up in this show, so I do it lor. Never mind.
Hello, Jennifer.
Wow, Jennifer is also here. Yeah, good. Please help us to like and share because we purposely choose today so that you know you all are free to listen to us. So please just give us that 1 hour attention, okay? Then after that, right? You still remember our judge appear already. That is really the starting of our debate series. Yes, our judge Gary. Yes, which is the Judgment Day series. Yeah, Stephen, hello. Yes, hi.
Anyway, you guys don't get disappointed, okay?
Yes.
I know that you guys want to see me put the white hair.
Yeah.
But today is the last episode, so please bear in mind. We just want to end up. We want to end up, you know, sweet one. Yes.
Professional.
Yes.
So today I must wear suit to be serious. But it's okay. It's good. That is who we actually is lah. Just that you know, for this property law, we actually have to be a bit more entertaining lah. But of course, the topic is nothing boring as well. So please continue to stay there and do share and like. Hey, you all must share and like. So actually, you all can see right. Later, who is the person who share? I think there's a status one, right? There is a certain email share.
Yeah, 它会有一个 crown.
There's a crown. Is it? Please help us do. So after that, we actually gone into the last part. Also, we actually gone into our debate series. Yeah, that is when you all see Gary. Some of you all really like him a lot. Really find that you know it's fun. Yeah. Then we have also various topics like talking about landlord versus tenant. That is a starting series with Adeline and Rianne, right? Yeah. So they actually have a very interesting teaser as well. Followed by lifestyle and asset investment. So this is who? Yeah, Charles and who?
Charles and Joy.
Oh, Charles and Joy.
Hello, Yongsen.
Yes.
Hi, Yongsen. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Hello,
Vincent as well. Thank you for everyone. Have a very good evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
for those people who have joined us, right? Can you type hello so that we know that you are here with us?
So that you know and anybody here can actually type out what is the topic that we are actually talking tonight or not. Yeah, so at least you make me feel good lah that y'all actually saw my post and read my post as well. Okay, just make me feel happy today. If you can. Okay, what is the topic for tonight? Anyone? Yeah, I must remember to wait because it takes a few seconds or delayed response for me to see the comment on screen as well. Yeah. So okay, this is Kim Hyang, is it?
Kim Hyang,
Serene
Serene,
as well.
Doris.
Yes.
Wow, wait. Wow, Kelly just now.
What? Who's that?
Your heart will melt.
Oh, I know. Elaine,
Somehow
right?
versus landed. Yes.
Right, because Elaine, I know her because every time we put in this property law, she always commented one. She gave us a lot of motivations to actually do this series. Yeah, she's one of the very good followers. I remember her, and she's also Richard very good golfing partner, right?
Yes. She's my buddy.
Yes.
Thank you, sis.
Elaine, actually, I don't really know you. I only know you from Facebook, but you know, I'm still a stalker. There, I know what is the movement one. The Facebook stalker. So you and Richard is buddy. Got same photo. I know one. I can help. So I did observe. Okay, so thank you, Elaine. Thank you for also joining us tonight. Yeah, because she's the one that says that we actually do pretty well for property law. So must really thank people like her who give us the support, such a long-term support. Okay, so after that we actually cover also again a lot of debate series, and then the last one was actually, you all still remember last one, very interesting one, who actually did that show or not? Because it has almost a month plus already. See, Elaine laughed already. Yeah. Hey, Elaine, do you know or not? So who was the one that actually featured? No sound? What happened? Why no sound?
Huh?
You all can hear or not?
I think I can hear from
Can
my
hear, huh? Oh,
yeah,
maybe
can.
the
Yeah, this one maybe your side you tune the volume a bit.
Tune in a little bit, Okay. So it was the last one was Evangeline. Yes, together with Alfred. And I think you guys, wow, you know, enjoy,
We have been
right?
talking for the 1 whole month.
Yeah, I think you guys enjoy it, right? Enjoy,
Non-stop.
Yeah, I don't know, you all enjoy Alfred's reaction or enjoy the show? I don't know. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Please comment.
You all like who?
Please comment. You all actually like our show.
Eventually there or not? Eventually.
Eventually, are you online?
Eventually online or not?
Yeah. Hello, Nelson. Yeah, it's thank you so much. Hey, thank you for actually watching us. And I see that the numbers are crawling up. Okay, crawling up. And please continue to like and share.
Got answer already. Alpha's reaction.
Then just let us know lah. We don't need to run any content. We just continue to feature one with Alfred Law with his reaction code. That's enough already. Alright. I see Alfred's reaction. Well, actually, Alfred, you're fancy.
I think you
Love
got an icon already.
I see Steven. Yeah. So, okay. So we actually come a long way now, So since we started, and maybe also take this opportunity to also let everyone know, like, why do we actually want to start up this property law? So mainly is to actually let people know what we do. Of course, it's property related. Most importantly is that we also want to get ourselves, you know, on trend. Okay, in the trend that what people are doing. And I think I see the timing already. I think we are really slightly overrun. Yeah. So no problem. Please continue to stay tuned. Okay. Hi, good evening, Betty. And we will start the show now.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
Hi. Good evening. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. You know, our Property Law Facebook Live. Hi, this is Richard Tan here. Yeah, my guru here. The guru here. Come introduce yourself, Christine.
Hi everybody, my name is Gracelyn. I'm mainly focused in the shophouse sector, mainly in the secondary settlement, mainly in the districts of 8, 14 and 15. Yeah.
Okay, good. So anyway, Gracelyn was focusing on shophouse. So basically today the session will be more on landed or shophouse. So the hand that I'm pointing to is, you know, the person that will be debating or to be giving her reason will be Kelly. Kelly will be talking more on the landed, and for Gracelyn will be sharing more on the shophouses.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start today's session. So before we even start, so kindly help us to like and share. You know,
Hi,
before okay, hi. Oh, Daisy, hi. So before we start, just help us to do one like and share in your post, so that actually let everybody come in and see our this session. Okay, so shophouse versus landed. So basically we will be exploring, you know, why these hippie shophouses, the heritage, the historic shophouses, conservation shophouses in Singapore has, you know, we're talking about the presence, we're talking about the boutique hotel to service apartment, we're talking about, you know, restaurant, gym, you know. And to be honest, because of Singapore has conserved all these beautiful, colorful shophouses. That's the reason why Singapore currently we have city, we have the old and charming shop houses. And do you know that, shop houses in 2021, we have actually transacted the highest ever, in the history of Singapore. We have crossed 1.5 billion, has surplus 2018 peak. So 2021, just in November, we are talking about, we have already surpassed 2018 and the entire, I would say, the last 20 years. The last 20 years, 2021 has the highest record in terms of transaction. You just imagine. So basically, this is about shop houses. So after that, we're talking about shop houses. Then, of course, people will also, besides talking about shop houses, people, the ultra high net worth people will also talk about landed. But we also talk about GCB. So GCB, detached house, shop house. So which is which, correct? So basically, that's the reason why today we want to actually give our own opinion, on our research and also our own experience. Like myself and Christine, I'm doing shop houses. I also do a bit of landed. I do Sentosa Bungalow. I also have a GCB for sale also. So I can see the market trend. So that's why today we will be sharing on all these things. Okay, so and also if you have realized the landed sector, especially the GCB sector, if you have realized there's so many prominent transactions that has happened in 2021. Again, I just named some. Maybe you guys know about it. We're talking about Grab CEO. Our Grab CEO wife is the buyer that bought the 40 million Bin Tong Park. The land size is 21,600 square feet, and the per square foot work out to be 1,850 per square foot. So that is one of the transactions that is in 2021. Another record price per square foot, just to share, is at Cluney Hill. Actually sold at record of 4,300, almost $4,300 per square foot at 63.7 million. Anyway, its buyer is Singapore-based e-commerce. Okay, is in the e-commerce industry. So you just imagine. So these are the buyers in the landed. Okay, maybe I talk another one that is the highest ever transacted in terms of quantums. Is at Nassim Park, so at 128.8 million. That actually, talking about $4,000 per square foot. So you imagine. So this is typically the transaction for the GCB. So we have shop house transaction, record transaction value. We have record GCB transaction in terms of per square foot, highest ever transaction also. So, what is, okay, maybe in the chat group, you guys, maybe you can mention in the chat group that, shop house or landed, which one will you buy first? Shop house or landed?
So the question is that today, if there's this money,
Yes.
on hand, right?
Yes,
And of
yes.
course, to put into the context,
Correct.
right? That if you can, whether would you actually put your money to buy a landed or would you actually buy a shop house? So that's why we're going to have a few talking points, about these two different kind of property. Of course, people who know me, I'm doing mostly assets progression. I do get into some kind of landed transactions, but of course, I'm just here to have a bit of experience about what people are looking at, if they were to look at the blended kind of property. All right. So I hope to see some of you having your comments there to let us know today, if you have the money, would you put your money into a landed or a shop house? Yes. So that's why later on,
Shop house.
Wow.
Someone put shop house.
Wow. She got a lot of supporter.
Yeah.
Supporter here, no?
Any landed?
Yeah, there's a lot of other things that we can actually consider
Is
for
it?
landed.
Lawrence Tan. GCB. All right, man.
GCB only Singaporean can buy.
Yes, you are right.
Exactly. So, it is a kind of very prestige and rich status.
Buy both.
Wow. Alvin, quite rich, Alvin.
Yeah. You're right. Buy both.
Of course.
So which come first?
Yeah. Now, which come first? Yeah, she's right. Which come first? Should you buy the landed first or the shop house first? Of course. At the end of today's episode,
Shop house.
you all got a lot of supporter.
Yes. Another one is Jennifer Lim.
Yeah, a lot of supporter. Okay, of course, at the end of today's episode, right, you guys will hear from us like what should you buy first, because it's actually quite important especially the financing, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so please stay true and you guys will get to know. All right. So any lender supporter or not? Wow, like that already.
There's
Have or not?
people
I
lender.
both lay, but mostly towards got money buy both. Well, you see, obviously all these are Richards and Grizzly supporter. Okay, more from your side one. Yeah, why not lender? What happened?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So
Oh, your supporter now. For my own state lender. Annie.
yeah.
Thank you, Annie. Yeah, because Annie 跟我 okay, I know. Okay, support one. Okay, good. At least you give me the motivation to actually talk more later. If not, I was whether is there anybody who will actually listen to me or not. All right. Okay.
So basically, because everybody was talking about lender, talking about shop house. So we have actually came out with 6, one of the so-called the 6 important, factors, that before you actually talk about shop house or lender. Okay. So what are the 6? The first one will be eligibility. Okay. The first one, eligibility, we include eligibility with the stamp duty. Okay. That is the first one. The second one, we will cover on the needs and the want. What is your need and what is your what you actually want. Okay. The third one, we will cover on location. Okay, location on the lender, location on the shop house. Then we will cover also loan. Okay, loan actually is a very important thing that if you want to buy a shop house, you want to buy a lender, what are the type of tenure, what are the type of loan that you can actually get. Okay. Then we will also cover the rental and usage. So rental and usage is also important. So later we will hear from these two guru. Okay. Then the last one we will cover on capital appreciation. So later you guys will have to guess which one has the highest capital appreciation. Okay. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, Kelly.
Okay. So I think
you can start for the lender side first.
Okay. So I will start. So basically, right, for lender, right, the eligibility is that I think someone actually did mention only local can buy. Except where? Except there's one dislocation that foreigners are eligible, but they need to apply, which is the Sentosa area. So of course, for the eligibility wise, right, because only locals can buy. So in terms of the stamp duties, is actually following depending on whether it's the first, second, or even 3 or more. All right. So basically, it's following the residential stamp duty. Okay. So for landed, it's only for us. And nobody else can touch.
I see.
Sorry, you want also cannot. Foreigner, you like it also cannot. Yeah, so this is only for us.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
So how about Gracie?
Okay, for me, I think that Singapore being a cosmopolitan city, we are open to the global market. So I believe many foreigners that come into Singapore to invest, I think in particular we have to look at the objective. If your objective is to look for investment property, shop house is always the number one choice. Reason being is foreigners are eligible. Even as a private company, you are eligible to purchase. And of importance, when it comes to stamp duty, it's only 3% minus 5,000 pounds.
So basically, can I ask you? So if, for example, $2 million shop house, what will be the stamp duty?
Okay, say for example 2 million, right? If everyone have a handphone on hand, do me a favor.
No, I mean, because you said 3% stamp duty, so 3% is it 1 million and below, or anything above 1 million also 3%?
Straightforward, across the board, 3%.
So 10 million also 3% stamp duty.
3%.
20 million also 3%.
3%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is something that because a lot of actually people has called me and asked me, so my commercial property actually is $2 million. So is the stamp duty become 4%? So that is for the residential property. So come to commercial property, anything above, any amount, be it any amount, it is 3% stamp duty.
And of important, there's one point you have to take note. If you are buying a residential property as an investment property, you have a lock-in period. For example, the first 3 years, you're going to start off, you're going to pay seller stamp duty. For commercial, there's no lock-in.
Yeah.
Correct.
However, with this holding period, it also means that there is also a much stability in terms of the pricing that is for landed. Because if people were to come in and exit quickly, then of course the price movement will be much faster lah.
Mm.
But in this case, right, for residential, minimal, you have to hold on for 3 years.
Yes.
So I would say that because it's generally for Singaporean, for local people, it's also good that the price are actually more stable, because
Yeah.
usually people are buying in for at least a longer term period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, eligibility and stamp duty. So basically, both guru has actually summed up. So what I want to say is, every sector has its own, be it a lender, be it a shophouse. Of course, shophouse has certain advantage because of stamp duty. There's only 3%, but be it lender only Singaporean can actually, own.
Yeah.
But a high net worth foreigner are not able to own. So even though your stamp duty is low, but you cannot own it. Correct or not?
Money also no use.
So you got money also no use.
It's no use.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Got money also no use. Only you cannot buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So which is good. So can we go into the next topic?
Sure. Yeah. Interesting.
So what about the need and the want? I think need and want is something that is important. Be it buying a landed or buying a shop house.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
maybe Kelly.
in my case, I would say that buying a landed is probably a need-based kind of investment, as in putting your money there, because everyone is a home, right? Everyone is a home, and because if they actually put your money there, you can actually really enjoy and stay in the home, and then you have the kind of lifestyle. These days, I think space is something that everybody really appreciate, especially now during the, we're still in this pandemic era, being encouraged to work from home or even to meet customer, through videos. So that's why I will feel that it's a very important need-based kind of market when people comes into the
Actually
landed.
true. Because I can see that, landed for inter-terrace owner, they actually upgrade to a semi-D because you need a bigger land size.
Yeah,
For
correct.
a condo owner, they actually upgrade to a landed because they need a bigger size.
Yeah, and
Which
of
is
course, most importantly is that, right, when you can actually get a landed, you can also build relationships, because these days, everything is about social media. So relationship is also important, because when you have a place like this, you can actually build relationship with multi-generations, because you have the space. So you have more time to actually bond with your kids and also your parents, to me, it's really a very good, important relationship building process as well. Especially now you want to house everybody to come in together. Yeah. So, and of course, importantly, right, and as one of the one of the hobby by Singaporeans is that people also want to stay near good schools because for their children. So for landed, of course, we do have many different locations, but it's part of our lifetime planning that we have people who actually buy because they want to put their kids to a good school. So it's also serving their needs, because everybody knows that being in a good school is very important process, right? So that's why if they put the money here, they know they can do a lot of things, they can actually enjoy, and importantly is the relationship building as well. So that's why I feel that if they put the money into landed, they really feel that they really use the money well, because they can do so much thing and enjoy it. Yeah.
Right.
Very good point.
Actually, I saw one question. Can I use shop house for residential stay? Yes. There are shop houses whereby they are zoned commercial, yet the approved use is as a residential. There's no issue. In particular, the shop houses are mainly located in the city fringe, prime districts, and also in the heartland area. Okay. And of course, when we come to landed, it's all about space of love. Shop house is about a return on investment, ROI. Yeah, do you
Very
agree?
different. Very different.
Different.
Yes.
Share your point of view.
Okay, I think I do agree. When it comes to buying a home, we want to have a good size home, especially when we have more generation living under one roof. Yeah, and this is money can buy love. But however, coming back to the topic, we are talking about buying an investment property, not about love. Sorry to say, our topic today. Yeah. So coming back to investment, I would still highly suggest everyone to consider a commercial shop house for investment, because reason being, when it comes to the ROI, you can see it with speed. For a landed, we may have a slow approach. I term it as a slow cooker. And for a shop house, it can be a microwave. It comes with a speed. Yeah.
Maybe you can share a bit on the shop house, because there's 3 levels. So
Yes.
can the 3 levels use different thing,
Yes.
different usage?
Correct.
So need and want. Correct. So,
The shop house already given you the hints already. It can be a shop, can be for a shop usage on the ground floor. On the upper floor can be a house. So that actually backdate in the China in China where the shop house origin. Okay, shop house use the ground floor is for business, upper floor can be for residential. And then as we actually move ahead with time, going with moving forward in today's market in the new age economy, we can actually bring in a new age business and actually turn it into a ultra innovative workspace. And on the upper floor, we can also renovate to our like.
So Annie actually asked, whether
So
shop house-
HDB shop house can foreigner purchase? Yes, yes, definitely.
So HDB shop house, foreigner can purchase. The reason why can purchase is because HDB shop house classified as commercial title. Even though there is a living quarter on the upper floor, but HDB classified HDB shop house as commercial title. So that's the reason can buy.
What about the stamp duty?
Stamp duty will be something that in the commercial portion, you just need to pay 3%. Okay, on the living quarters, if for example, it is a 3-room flat, because living quarter, there's some 4-room flat. So usually 3-room flat are approximate 300,000. So if you actually use a company to buy a HDB shop house, you need to pay 25% stamp duty on the living quarters. So 25% times 300,000. So if you use a personal name to buy, yes, you can. So personal name will depend on the property count. If you have 2 property counts, this is considered the third one. So then you need to pay 15% ABST. So but just bear in mind, just bear in mind, HDB shop house also come with GST. If the owner is GST registered. So end up, if you use a personal name to buy, you are not able to claim back the GST. If you use a company name to buy, you need to pay 25% stamp duty on the living quarter. So, it is either one. So that definitely you need to do your sum. You need to do a number, which one actually more worthwhile. Yeah, because 7% GST is now. Anyway, our government already mentioned next year should increase. So it become 9%. I'm not sure. It could be 9, could be 10%. I'm not sure. But GST, if you have a company, you can actually claim back your GST. But of course, the ABST you need to pay 25%. So do your sum. Then of course you can check with either one of them. Yeah, that is something.
I think Nelson has another question as well.
If already own a HDB, can I buy a HDB shop house?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Nelson. So if you have owned a HDB, yes, you can actually buy a HDB shop house. So but just bear in mind, because your HDB is considered one property count.
During MOP?
Okay, even during MOP, you can actually buy, but of course you can officially write it to HDB and tell the HDB that you are buying a HDB shop house, but you are buying it for investment because you are still staying in your HDB. By right, you are not supposed to shift to your HDB shop house, by right, okay, because you are MOP. So I will suggest that if you want to buy HDB house, yes, you can buy, but officially write to HDB to tell HDB that you are owning a MOP, so but you're buying HDB shop house for investment. Because HDB shop house is classified under commercial title. Okay, so that is the reason. But ABST apply.
Okay, good question.
Not forgetting about the loan tenure, the loan to value.
Okay,
Yes.
so that is need, more on the need and the want. Okay, maybe just let me sum up on need and want. I will highlight more on the landed, more on the emotion portion, because when you buy a landed, it is truly emotion. Why emotion? Because the wife will say that, hey, I think I like the structure, I like the room size, I like the living room, I like the kitchen. But for guys, guys just have to follow. Okay, even though you like a bigger one, you even like something, you still have to listen to your wife. It's more on emotion buying. But for shop house, it's not. Shop house is straight to the point because it's investment point of view. Talking about numbers, whether it can make money or not, whether the rental can be justifiable or not, whether there is a potential rental, that can be increased in terms of rental. So it's a different things of investment. So I would say that both has its good point. Okay.
So it depends whether the buyer is
Yes,
emotional or is it
yes. You're right.
Okay,
You're
not
right.
saying it's not good, lah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, everybody good, So,
yes.
so let us move to the loan portion,
Location?
Location.
Oh, location. Sorry. Location. Okay. yeah. I think we have a lot of points to cover. Okay, we based on location now. Okay, come.
Okay,
Kelly.
so for landed, right, I think it's very flexible because we know that over Singapore there are also different location.
Yes.
So if there's a buyer who really looking at landed, right, they are very flexible, and it's also based on the budget that they have on hand. So there are certain locations with the same budget, probably they can also go for a bigger piece of land, and also they have the flexibility to choose what kind of structure that they have, what kind of structure they want. Because for landed, right, you all still have choices whereby you want to buy something, which is really rebuilt conditions, that you want to do something to your own liking. You go and do your own layout, how many rooms you have, what kind of gardens or no gardens or big car park, So you can really do a lot of things that you use your money to put in, you know what I mean? And of course, if really you don't think that you're going to spend that kind of money, then you can choose for something that is also A&A, okay? That's what we call, you don't really tear down everything, but you can still save costs on that, but yet you can also improvise on the layout as well. All right. If not, you think that all this thing is very, very troublesome. You also have choices whereby you can buy everything that is developer sales that is brand new, so that you don't even have to, especially these days, renovation takes time. So you know that this money that you spend into this property of yours, right? You really have the chance to decide, like, what is it that you want to do with it? Yeah, whether is it your own design, or whether is it a modern facade, or whether you want to be very resort type. There's many kinds of landed here. So I would say that in terms of the type and the locations, right, you have a lot of flexibility here. And of course, depending on where is it, you can choose different kind as well, whether you want the land or you want the location. Of course, it may be also because of the school, etc. So the money you feel is really well spent. I already say already, landed are emotional buyers. So you get the feeling is that once you put the money into the landed, it's like, okay, well spent, because everything is to your preference.
Actually, suddenly I think of something. If I buy a landed, I will need a bigger garden, because I will want to convert the garden into a putting green and a chipping ground. Yeah, it's true, because so that I can actually do my practicing on chipping and putting in my garden. But
never done before. No,
you must have a big garden.
Yeah,
if not, you can't.
Yeah, a good idea. I never thought that.
So that's why
See, end of the day, the money you put in, right, you can even continue to build your hobby and passion into this house. So whatever you spend, you feel very sure, because it's something that you enjoy. So that's why they should buy landed.
You win.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good point. You win, Kelly.
Okay.
Actually, shop house can also do the same.
Okay.
Shop house can do the same. And let me show you one example.
Share.
I have been sharing with my shop house and investors, buyer, space planning is an art, irregardless of whatever type of property asset that we are buying in. And in terms of shop house usage, it's so flexible to the extent that we can diverse to more than 30 type of users. All right. Then on top of that is beyond imagination. Can you imagine this? I'm in a shop house.
You want to show? How do you show?
Can you see enough?
Oh, okay.
Okay, can see.
Can.
Yeah.
This is actually interior.
Spiral staircase.
It's an interior of a shop house. Okay, this is
some.
something that is very interesting. Yeah, and also award-winning.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can. I would say that in the interior design, space planning in a shop house is beyond imagination. We can also apply to landed. However, shop house can do the same.
Okay.
And despite the fact that it looks so traditional, it have aged across centuries, I would say, and it actually come in a typology. It's as limited as what the ladies like. When it comes to Birkin bags, you see, shop house is so beautiful, and this is the series of typology of shop houses.
Can't see.
Can't
Can't
see
see.
well.
Can't see. Can't see.
Cannot see.
Can see it?
Cannot.
Too bright.
Cannot see too bright.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannot
Yeah.
see.
So I love shophouse because we can never build one anymore in Singapore.
Because it is conservation.
Yes. Yes. It's one of the hidden gems in the world.
Yeah. Because when it is conserved, you cannot actually tear down. Okay, just now Kelly was talking about you can actually tear down everything and then rebuild to your own liking. You can actually do what? You can actually do any design. Anything. But shop house cannot. Shop when it is conserved, you have to preserve the frontage.
Yeah, there's limitation,
Yes.
right?
Correct,
Yeah,
correct,
there's limitation.
But the design is limited edition.
But I also can put money to do the same yourself.
You convert it to a shop house.
Oh, why not? Landed is anything, ma.
Okay, true.
So you buy the
Yes,
landed
that's the
and you do
idea.
the shop house stuff in the landed also can, right?
Okay.
That's a good one.
So you should buy landed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the locality, right, there's a seamless connectivity. If you notice that, for the shop houses are actually mainly situated in the prime district. Okay, CBD.
Yeah.
Landed can never be in CBD.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that you also win.
Okay. I can
Landed-
choose to be lah.
Landed is inside the Orchard Road.
Yeah.
It's considered also CBD
Also have. Yeah.
because it is in the okay, not really in the CBD, just outside. Just outside.
Yeah.
Or 𝐿𝐸,
Yeah.
a very small stretch only.
there is a,
Okay, Gary got the point. Okay, 𝐿𝐸, there's a small.
I'm talking, the one is this, according to the district segregation, but based on the Singapore directory, CBD is only district 1 and 2.
Okay.
Ah.
Then well.
Under
Then no landed.
Orchard is actually a city.
Okay.
It's not business city.
But you stay in Singapore. you see. Also still in Singapore. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How far?
Okay.
Can you CPF money to buy a HDB shop
Okay.
house?
Let me answer. Okay. Daisy, let me answer you. Can you CPF to pay for the mortgage? Correct. The answer is
To
that.
buy can you CPF to pay HDB shop house?
Okay. So as for the living quarters, there's a living quarters. There is a commercial portion. Okay, for commercial portion, definitely you cannot use CPF to pay for the mortgage or pay for the down payment. But if you are using CPF to pay for the living quarters, if living quarter is 300,000, okay. But before I go into that, bank actually, I have checked with many banks, and most of the bankers actually tell me they actually don't finance the living quarters. So basically, the 300,000 there is no finance. Example, the HDB child is 3 million. The living quarters is 300,000. The below portion is 2.7. So the 300,000 you are not able to do finance. So basically only based on loan 2.7 million.
But
if
you can use
you
CPF lah.
you can use CPF is only for the CPF on the living quarters only. So a bit of tricky because CPF the living quarter is only 300,000 valuation. So I would suggest you write in see how much CPF you can actually use because it is also have to based on the CPF ruling. Okay, there's certain restriction that you are not allowed to use too much CPF on a property. So even though you can use on the CPF living quarters, but check with the CPF before you actually talk about CPF using to pay for the living quarters. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, maybe you continue.
Yeah.
So I have covered and also think that in terms of locality, I think shop houses always
prime
upgrade.
lah.
Yeah.
But ours is also not so far, but it's just a short drive away. No problem. Yep. Okay. Can more prime. Yep.
Okay. So I will say based on location wise, okay, different objective, own stay and investment again. They really actually is truly it's a two different thing. Actually someone actually tell me actually cannot compare. Yes, of course you are talking about cannot compare because one is living, one is investment. But shop house actually you can actually also stay in the shop house. We have actually has historic residential historic shop houses conservation. They are in Cairn Hill, they are in Brad Road. So actually there's a lot of high net worth people are staying in that type of shop house there. And the shop house, just imagine it is so beautiful. There's one unit you have actually seen.
Yes.
Actually there's a pool on the upper
on the
floor.
roof terrace.
You just imagine on the shop house, conservation shop house, and there's a pool on the roof terrace. You just imagine. So it is also possible, even though we're talking about own stay, okay, investment, but shop house is also possible. Yes, you're right. Elaine, Cairn Hill is also a residential historical conservation shophouses. So residential component, so same thing, local, you can buy, ABSD apply. Foreigner are not eligible to pay to buy this area of shophouses because they are classified under residential zoning. Okay, so that is something that is a bit different. Okay, versus shophouse. Because shophouse there is commercial, residential mixed zoning, there's full commercial also. Okay, so that is.
Yeah, that's the difference. So take note, when it comes to shophouses, only those that are zone commercial, the foreigner and entities can purchase.
Right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So let's ask someone residential
Resident
area.
area of a
the
shophouse can
the
use
one that you
CPF.
The same CPF.
No, for private shophouses, not supposed to use CPF.
Correct.
Yeah.
even if it's zone as
Mixed zoning.
Even if it's zone residential or is zone residential with approved use as a residential.
I think the question for Phyllis, I think that he's talking about just what I just mentioned.
just mention.
Purely residential shophouses can use CPF. So it is classified under historic conservation shophouse, historic residential conservation house. So it's just like a landed property.
But
So
it's the shophouse design.
Yes, it's a shophouse design, but it is zoned under residential.
Okay.
So that is become it's just like a residential. So CPF can be applied. Okay.
Nice.
So we have covered the location. Okay. So I will say that both has his reason, the different objective, and also for own stay and investment. For investment for shophouse are mainly for the heritage value Okay, it's more for heritage value. So the next important topics that I feel we will be covering will be on the loan. Okay, loan is something that I think is important. Residential and commercial loan. So we are talking about both loans. So what are they?
Okay, so I think basically if you are getting this as the first property, so for residential, you are eligible for a 75% loan. Okay, and of course, you are also subjected to the TDSR as well. However, if you are actually getting this as a second loan, then that is when you are actually eligible for 45%. And then after that, if it's a third loan, then you'll be 25%. So if you ask me, right, all this loan restriction to me is also a very important safety net tool that I think our government has rolled out, right? So why is it that they want to restrict the loan? Is also to maintain the stability of the property value, and then that people do not over leverage. And as a result, if let's say, for example, the pandemic that just happened last year, people are not even subjected to any fire sale. So though there are restrictions, but it's all meant well for the people buying it, because they know that they are being forced to actually do more down payment. But of course, we can use CPF to pay now. So maybe those people who are having a lot of CPF, then it's actually quite easy for them to make use of it to down pay. But if you ask me, the important things is about the safety net and the risk management factor that people these days, when they buy under residential or taking residential, they are not subjected to any fire sale, and the stability of the price in the whole market.
Right. Okay.
So how about commercial loan?
Okay, for commercial loan, we are not subject to TDSR. However, that only applies to operating company. For new holding company, you're still subject to the director TDSR. This is something that we have to take note. And assuming you are an operating company that is buying a shop house, you may actually get a multiple loan. Yes, and if you are buying for own usage, own business usage, right, you can actually loan up to 80%. So this is the difference.
So maybe there's something that we're talking about. For example, if you're using an investment holding to buy, so what type of TDSR, the percentage that you're talking about? For residential what is the percentage? The 3.5%.
Yeah, it's based on the 3.5%. So in terms of the assessment rate, our interest is actually lower. So which means that if we have a similar kind of income, right, we actually can get a higher loan. Because I think for commercial it's about 4.5.
Yes, 4.5.
Yeah, correct. So that's why I would say that you in terms of income level, you do not need so high.
Okay. For us, for loan, for commercial property, it could be of a subsequent 80%.
I see.
There won't be like a staggered of a 75 and So
45% for the.
Yeah, so that's why they should buy landed first. After they go and buy a commercial because there's no restriction.
well, assuming if the potential client and the purchaser, the profile, right?
Yeah.
The profile is actually a company.
Mm.
Then of course, buying a commercial will be better.
Mm.
Yeah, because under a personal name, if you're buying a residential, then you buy a commercial, you're still subject to PDSR.
Yes.
Alright.
This is
So that's why the question is, should we buy the residential first or the commercial, right? Don't worry, the answer will be at the end of this episode. So stay tuned, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, you know, residential loan and commercial loan.
Yeah.
So basically, residential loan will based on the usual cooling measure on the first loan, second loan, and whichever. So that is for residential loan, quite straightforward.
Yep.
But for the commercial loan, there will be a bit different, based on investment holding or operating company. So there's two types.
Okay.
So if you are using operating company, then of course because of the company actually making a, you know, you have a very healthy turnover. They can have a turnover of 50 million. They can have a turnover of 100 million. Actually, this type of company, the loan is scary. Okay, the money is ready for them to use. To be honest, so that is a bit different versus residential, because this type of loan there is no TDSR. And you can continue to use it, and you can continue to buy. So that's the reason why I actually see some of the investors who, because of the company profile is so good, they are eligible to continue to purchase shop houses, and they can actually take. Of course, usually I know that they are only using 50%. They only take 50% loan, but I know that they are eligible for even 80%. But what I heard from them, they are saying that they only take 50%. So yeah, they can continue to buy. So because the loan is there and there's no TDSR. So it's just amazing. That is the big difference between the commercial loan and the residential loan. Okay?
Yep.
Good?
Sounds good.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to the next one. The next topic that we will be covering will be basically made on rental and usage. Okay?
Yeah.
Rental and usage versus landed. Rental and usage versus a shop
I think
house.
you start first.
Okay, you start first. Go, start
Help me
You start first.
to fresh my chat enough to speak everything. The chat. I think yes.
你没有找
Any
可以。
应该有吧？
这个哈，这个不要，这个不要。
哦，不要。
哦，这个我们等一下。我们现在讲 usage， 不用紧。
Oh,
We talk about
passive
usage.
income.
Yeah, okay. That one will be the last one.
Oh,
That's the last
okay.
one. Okay.
I see. All right. So
It's
we come
okay.
to
Rental and
users.
usage. So usage for commercial property.
Okay. For the users, right, is as diversified as I mentioned earlier. There's more than about 38 to 32 type of users. You know, namely from shop and services, followed by F&B. Then next accommodation, which also of relevant equivalent to landed accommodation. And when it comes to accommodation, we can actually classify to number one, co-living, hostel, boutique hotel. Yeah, these are the three. And not only that, we also could have a backpacker and backpackers. Yeah.
Actually, I have seen some service apartment.
Yes.
Actually, the service apartment was very beautiful.
Correct.
It is just like, you know, a 2-bedrooms apartment.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are inside the commercial shop house. They are also inside commercial property.
Correct.
Zoning.
Yes. Not only as a residential on upper floor, the ground floor can be a business space. You know, for F&B, for entertainment. Something that is open to general public and generate income.
How about rental per square foot? The rental per square foot for a shop houses.
Okay, the rental per square foot for shop houses, right? It can range on the ground floor for retail is from $5 per square foot and above.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this?
Can you see it?
They cannot see.
Oh, cannot see. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you continue about the rental per square foot. No, that's okay. It's okay. Based on rental per square foot.
Okay, the rental per square foot, even in the secondary settlement, we talk about the city fringe. We don't talk about CBD because we cannot find landed in CBD.
Yeah.
Okay, so uncomparable. So we talk about, you know, shop houses in the heartland, in the heartland area, District 19. Even in the District 19, we can command a rental of about 10,000 for per shop floor as F&B, up to 20,000. You know, for a shop area of about, I would say, in the averaging of about 1,500 square feet. Yeah. This is the kind of rental we can command.
Okay.
For a restaurant,
Yes.
So if you talk about rental comparison for landed, right? I would say that everybody needs a home. So everybody will need a place to stay. So I would say that it's everlasting lah, in a sense, evergreen, you know, and it's like whether you do business or you don't do business, everybody can rent this place. So you can be at least assured that there's always rental to cover. And also, if let's say there's any economy downturn, we also do not have to worry that people are not going to rent from us, or if there's any vacancy period, because as I mentioned, it's a home lah. So if let's say you are someone that you do not want to be, you know, being disturbed by all this, you know, probably some kind of movement here and there, and you want a more stable kind, then landed will be the kind of property that they can consider, because for people who rent rented, is they really treat it as a home. They really will rent it as a home. So they will do a lot of more things than what usually being rented out, because the kind of space they are given, and you really feel that, you know, it's a home for them already. So they will be also looking at long term as well. Yeah, and so they will really, you know, have a long. So it's easy lah. You don't manage so much, and you are so at least economy proof lah, because everybody needs a home. So this is what I feel lah. If you want to rent it out,
Maybe for Kelly portion landed, actually I can add on something on the basically I would say in 2021. 2021, especially the detached house, the bigger one, detached house, the good class bungalow. Okay, the good class bungalow actually is having the highest demand. What I have heard, there's many transactions that has done. Just I'm talking about what I know, my friends are all my Pronex friends Pronex brother and sister who they have rent, and they told me how much they rent. Actually, I got a shock. Okay, in 2021, the GCB supply for the leasing, if you ask me, it's like not many supply now. Okay, before COVID, really, you want to rent a 30,000 a GCB, if you want to rent a rental a 30,000, it's going to be tough. It goes down as low as 25,000, 22,000 range. But today, we based on the same one, you can easily rent out at above 30,000 or even 35,000, because I know one of my teammates actually rent a 35,000 rental. Okay, asking 35,000, but this tenant who come in and said something, how much to close? 35,000, I give it to you. So because he's scared, because very limited supply, they just want to get it. Just imagine they just want to secure the unit, because if they don't secure, someone will come and take it.
The choices is limited.
Yes, and the choices are become lesser.
Yeah, the choices are limited. That's why people are willing to pay top dollars for the rental, and especially now with the COVID, that we are also doing a lot of social distancing.
Correct.
So the need of space at home has actually increased tremendously. That's why I think that's why people are also upgrading to such a big place to help even function.
These are the foreigners. These are the foreigners who actually rent them.
Yeah.
So I even Kelly, I even heard the GCB was rented above 50,000.
Unheard of. Now it's like
I think there's a question. Rental for shop house is ground floor and upper level at the same price per square foot, or living quarter is lower in price per square foot? Okay, generally for the rental, the ground floor actually command higher rental. On the upper floor is lower. For example, it also depends on the use. Assuming if the upper floor, the approved use is a restaurant, it can command higher rental, for example.
Yeah, because it's talking about living.
And then as of now, for co-living and as a living quarter definitely is at a lower price per square foot. Usually as a living quarter, they have a price tag, a whole number, such as 3,000 per month. Whereas as a co-living, it actually segregate into different rooms, in different studios. So per studio could actually command about 1,500 up to 1,800 per unit. So compared to a living quarter that could also house the same number of occupants, the rental is only in the range of about 3,000 to 3,500 at max.
I see.
Hope this answer Alvin's question.
So maybe I just add on a bit on the this Alvin's question. So of course it depends on the, again, of course, it's talking about co-living, or we're talking about, but because there's some higher standard one. Higher standard, we're talking about it's also like co-living, but in a shop house, example, second floor, third floor, and attics, you can actually have per floor 5 rooms. And per room is like a studio apartment with proper room, with a kitchen, okay, with a toilet, attached toilet. Okay, you can actually work inside. It's just like maybe 300-400 square feet per unit. It's just a studio. So per unit, okay, 1 room. So 1 floor can have 4 rooms. Second floor, you can have another 4 rooms. Attic, you can have another room. So 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 is 9 rooms. Actually, the tenants are paying one of the unit that I'm marketing. I already sold away that unit already because I know the rental for the 5 room is almost 22,000, almost 23,000, 22,000. So second, third, and attics is 23,000. We haven't counted the ground floor. If the ground floor is a restaurant, we're talking about in a good location, we're talking about $10, $12, or $15 per square foot. Then you just go and count the size. 1,000 square feet, 15,000. Then you plus together, it could be a good rental amount.
Just to highlight, the rental that the judge have highlighted is in the CBD. Don't get mislead.
No, more atas one.
Almost 50,000 per month receivable.
Yes.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
In the prime district. So don't expect this kind of rental in secondary settlement. Don't get misled. If not, everybody assume that, oh, I own a shop house in Heartland, I also can command this kind of rental. No. Yeah.
Okay, good. So basically what I want to say is, we're talking about rental and usage. In short, is lenders are quite straightforward. They are renting to person who actually need it. They need more space, especially COVID. Really, space is a key. That's the reason why there's so many bigger units that has transacted. There's more 4 bedrooms are selling, more 3 bedrooms are selling than the 2 bedroom and 1 bedroom now. So the market trend has changed. So that's the reason why talking about landed, of course, it is definitely a necessity. So for shop houses will be more on flexibility. There's more usage. You can have F&B, you can have living quarter, you can have co-op, you can have gym, you can have a lot of things. Of course, we're talking about KTV. Now no more KTV okay. Now the sad thing is there's no more KTV. So if not shop house KTV are having the highest rental, tell you higher rental, but no choice.
So Priscilla has a question.
Okay.
Is there a limit on packs of tenants? But I presume it's about your shop house
Okay.
Yeah, for Square-C it's quite straightforward.
Yes. Okay, in general, right, if let's say a shop house only have a shop house number, for example, it's approved for the use as a residential, then of course maximum is 6 occupants. But nevertheless, if let's say subdivided with an address of, say for example, okay, shop house number 100, shop house number 100A, that is applied to second floor, and then for the third floor is the shop house number 100B. It's actually by flooring of A, B, and C. So the third story is C. So that means when there's a shop, there's an address, right? Then you can have 6 occupants per floor. So therefore, you multiply by 3. Total, you can have 18 occupants.
Okay. So it's by address,
Yes, by
the
address,
title.
regardless of size.
I see.
So even if even as
GCB cannot. GCB
maximum is
you only have GCB building GCB garden.
Correct.
You don't have.
Cannot have a GCB room number 1 portion.
I don't have.
Room number 2 room behind. You cannot.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, we have come to the last one. And it's one of the most exciting and most interesting one. Maybe you guys may not know. Okay.
I think we should throw a pop quiz to them, shall we?
Maybe.
Because revealing will be not excited, right?
Okay. So the last one we'll be talking about capital appreciation.
Yes.
We're talking about landed
Yeah.
and shop house.
So for those of you who are still now watching us, right, can you maybe type into the comment box, right? Okay. So what do you think is the appreciation, for the shop house? Right, versus landed. So I think that will probably give you.
So I would say growth rate.
Growth rate, yes.
Okay, growth rate. We're talking about maybe the data that we can pull out from is from 1995 all the way to 2021. So maybe you just key in the comments box.
In the comment box for us.
For landed, what is the growth rate?
We go by percentage. Like what do you think is the
I think
percentage?
I saw a question.
There's a question.
There's a question.
While keying in, you can key in your answer, but
Yeah.
let Gracelyn answer the question.
Yes.
ABSD is applicable to three-story shop house.
house.
If second or third story are residential, consider as 12% or 15%. Okay, first and foremost, I need to understand your buyer's profile. How many residential property do they own?
So they say they already own one.
Okay, already
Already
own
own
one.
one,
Yeah.
okay.
So that
already
means
own
that
one.
the second property will be 12, then followed by 15.
Yeah, so
Yes.
still go by the property count, right?
Already
Yes.
count,
Yeah. refer
So
back
second
to-
level is one property. Yeah.
Second, okay.
Because second and third level are
ABSD is
residential.
applicable. Okay, ABSD is applicable to three-story shop house.
Mm.
Then I need to know how many address are there.
See the address helps and also cost
Yes.
money.
Correct.
It helps to give for rental, but it costs money because
Yes.
if it's a different address means what? They pay by the property count, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so it says that ABSD applicable to three-story shop house if second and third story are residential. Okay, first and foremost, fall back to the basics. Go to URA space, check the zoning of the shop house. Zone commercial, approved use as a residential, no ABSD. Nevertheless, if it is actually a shop house, zone residential, yes, ABSD apply.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then not forgetting zoning as a residential, foreigner cannot purchase.
Okay.
Take note, huh?
As long as it's residential, there is
Yes.
still a lag.
Okay.
Alright, we are still waiting for the answers.
Anyone key the answer?
So anyone
We're
have
talking
given us
about
any
growth
comments?
rate. Growth
Yeah.
rate.
Growth rate.
Growth rate for landed,
Yeah.
how many
Just-
percent?
Just throw us how many percent
Growth
Maybe
rate
it's the
for
shop house.
shop house.
versus landed in Singapore? I think that's a very interesting figure that everyone wants to know, right? That eventually, then that will give them a kind of direction.
Actually, for me, I've been doing shop house for the
Mm.
last 9 years. This is the first time that I go and tabulate out the
Yeah,
data because
wow.
I have never asked myself about landed and shop house.
Mm.
I'm talking about shop house itself.
Yeah.
But we're talking about landed and shop house. I
Yeah.
think it's a very
Because
interesting numbers.
generally, people already felt that as long as you own land in Singapore or even this kind
Yes,
of
yes,
rare
yes, definitely.
property, they know that you are making money. But I think
Definitely.
nobody exactly know how much money have they made or they can make, right?
based on
So
percentage.
that's why this is a very interesting data that I think we pull out for today.
Mm.
And I hope that our people, the audience that's watching us, please do participate and let us know. First thing first, landed versus shop house, which one have a higher growth rate? Or at the same time, you let us know what do you think is the percentage of the growth over the last 20 years?
Yes, we're
Within
talking
our 20 years?
about 1995 to 2021.
So we
Alvin
have
was-
Alvin 5. So we're talking from 1995. So it's about how many years already? So I give you a
95.
chance again. So it's from 1995 until now
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
So you must understand if
20,
each year is how much, then you
26 years,
times the number of years. Yeah, that's when you I give
26
you a
years,
chance, Alvin. I give you a chance again. So it's 1995. Listen, 1995 until now. So what is the percentage growth? Wow, but because it's a very So now I got question again.
Okay,
It seems like your shop house
Okay,
Q&A,
come.
is it?
Gracelyn, come.
Yeah.
Can a two-story shop house apply for separate strata title if currently there is only one title? Yes, you may apply
yes,
subject
you
to
can.
approval.
Yes, you can. There's BCA. You need to go through BCA. You need to go through URA because whether is it
Highlands.
conserved or not, there's a lot of things to check.
Mm.
But yes, you can.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but subject to
Alright.
the authority.
Okay, so
Come,
let's see.
maybe let's
we
show
have Okay, we have Alvin Cho, our number one fan said.
Wow,
No, 200% is
for landed.
is landed or for 200% is for landed. That is
Landed,
for
okay.
Jᴏɪṛ, right? And I think we
Okay.
have Alvin Chow. Alvin Chow is the number
Okay,
one
okay.
fancy in property law. 200%, but 200% is landed or shop house.
Yeah, lor.
We want to know actually. It's either L or S. You must do L and S because you must like and share. So just nice L and S. Okay. So we have people. Thank you for joining. Yes. So you have another question there.
400%.
Elvin,
Wow.
Elvin, 400% is what landed or shop house again? We want to know. We want to
Correct,
know.
correct.
Just join us.
Somewhere close.
Somewhere around. Both Elvin, you say even if it's wrong, at least it's half wrong also.
Correct.
So this is a very smart answer. Both also have this 200% growth. Yes, I think we have a question, right? This one I saw in the live. It's a question, very long question.
Wow.
Mark lah. Okay, nice. We will see very far. Now already.
Okay. Thank you, Gary.
Cannot see just now.
Question for three-story residential shop house. Example, unit 100. If they split the address to 100A, 100A1, for level 1, 100B, 100B1 for level 2, 100C and 100C1 for level 3. Can we let 36? Okay, first and foremost,
very precise, Trying to test you,
there's
Test
only
you.
3 stories, so we at most, I
Three,
think there's
right?
only 100, 100A and 100B.
So cannot C1, C2 lah. This one is like it's like room already. C room, C1, room, C2 already. Very ideal leh.
Yeah. So much.
So it's
Mark
almost
very
it's the like
creative.
it's level lah, huh? It's
Yeah,
still the
the
level
level.
space.
Like just now what I share on the living quarters on the service apartment
Mm.
per floor got 4 rooms. But actually people who stay there is one person. So typically still within.
Yeah lah.
Still within.
So
They also
at most 3
into
room
the
is 2 person per pax lor.
correct, but
No?
usually
3 rooms,
one
like
person.
six or 4.
Correct, 6%.
2 rooms per pax.
Okay.
Okay, we are almost coming to the end. So
Can.
anybody landed is about 120%.
20%.
Okay,
Good try,
LC,
good try.
Okay, now let us
Show the
review
numbers.
the answer. All right, let's review. Oh, wait.
Wow.
One more question.
Busy.
Wow, this one, Okay.
So long question.
I
I
will answer shop house 2 to 4%. It
okay.
depend on the status of
Oh, he's trying to
Alright.
share.
of
Okay.
So-
shop house appreciation about 10 to 40% subject to change of use
precise,
like from shop house to boutique hotel. I can see the value up to 40%.
40%. So I
Less
think
than
I
2
give we
years.
take it that it's 40% for her lah.
Mm.
Okay, landed not really well. No problem. So that's why today you are here to learn something.
Yeah.
Yes,
Try it.
Elvin try.
Wow.
Try again. Yes, try again.
300, 400%.
400%. Wow.
Good try,
okay,
good try.
Okay, now let's
Okay,
review
come.
the answer.
Let's show the. Let's
Show
review the
them
answer.
review the answer, right?
Show slide.
Can see
Okay, okay, zoom.
that.
Okay lah. I think can.
Can, but
anyway, can see from there lah because I stated the
are
growth
we
rate there.
seeing
Ma.
the screen now?
I have stated the growth rate there. Ma.
Yeah.
So the growth rate for shop house is a red color. Okay, this chart actually I do it in all district, okay, all tenure, and everything, all the size, different size. So all landed, all tenure, all leasehold, all district. So same to shop house and same to landed. So I put it all together. And the chart is from 1995 all the way till 2021 today. So and the growth rate for shop house 319%. Actually, I cannot see.
Because we have,
Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Annie.
Prompter here to show us the
Thank you, Annie. Shop house is 390%.
Wow.
So what about landed?
landed lah.
Oh.
Landed is 118%.
Yeah.
So this goes to
Shop house. Yeah, actually, you look at number. Actually, it's true. You look at the landed.
Number cannot lie. I said
2013 TDSR apply. You look at a bit of slides. 2013 all the way to 2017. And 2017 actually spike up. So of course the spike up is a bit little because many district of course the GCB having the highest PSF and the Sembawang will be having the lowest one. So different.
I think the TDSR is the one
Yes,
that is
yes,
actually
yes, you're
pushing a lot more people towards commercial because like what you mentioned, those people with operating companies, they are not subject to TDSR multiple loans, right? They have all the money but nowhere to spend. They spend where? Spend the shop house.
And actually there's
So it's
another,
TDSR.
another very important one
very important.
is what?
I think it's good that Kelly have shared about my shop house. I also would love to say that for landed it's a home.
Yeah.
Money cannot buy love.
Right.
The love that your family can give you. Every day when you reach home, can you feel the heart of a loved one?
Correct.
That is priceless.
Yes.
But I think one important thing why the 300% for shop house is foreigner can actually own the shop house, especially the full commercial one. And majority of the shop house in Singapore are full commercial. So that's the reason why
a lot of foreign
foreigner
funds.
can buy.
Yeah, a lot of foreign
And they are funds.
Yeah.
They are fund. They are buying. They are not buying one. They are buying multiple. They can own 100, 200, 300 million of shop houses. They can continue to acquire, which I have seen from my own eyes over my last 9 years. So and the same fund continue to buy over the last 9 years. You just imagine. So that's the reason why the growth is higher. There's more buyers, and the key thing is why the price is like that. It's because same to landed quite similar. Shop houses, or the high net worth who buy a shop houses, they don't sell. After they buy, what happened? They will hold it. They just keep. They are not selling. After you sell one, you you 少卖 okay, Chinese call what? You sell one,
sold one,
you
less
少一
one.
间，
Mm.
少卖一
Inventory
间
very
少一
low
间
ah.
The inventory become lower and lower.
Yeah.
So that's reason because of the growth. So that's
I think there's no supply also.
that's fixed the price.
Zero new supply.
Yeah,
Okay,
zero
what
supply.
I
Very
understand, landed is 73,000 plus. It can continue to increase
rare.
because of one detached become two semi-detached,
Right.
or one detached become two corner terrace, one inter terrace. So the
Yeah.
number can be slightly
Subdivided.
increased, but 73,000 plus. But short house is only how many?
Less than 7,000.
Correct. So the numbers already tell. So that's the reason why short houses price is 300%, and lender is 118%.
Imagine you put 1 million become 3 million, 3 million become 12 million.
10 million become 30 million.
10 million. You need to work already. Those short house are. I think okay. So now we are almost coming to
To the end already, yes.
I think we really need to sum up to the people. If these people they really have the money, they can buy both. So the question is, should they buy landed first? Should they buy commercial first? Or how should they buy?
So I will sum up. Okay. I'm the okay. Let me share. Okay. So what I want to share is, okay, for residential and commercial, the difference between residential loan and commercial loan is, if you take a residential loan, residential loan means when you secure a loan, credit bureaus will see that this particular person has a loan of how much million. It is seen from their eyes. But if you actually buy a commercial property, if you use an operating company, there's no credit bureaus will not be able to see that the operating company has actually owned a loan, has a loan. Okay, and it is not tied to the director because it is a company purchase. It is an operating company. So that's the reason why the operating company has much benefit, versus residential loan. Residential, if you buy a GCB, 118 million, if you take a 50 million, you already seen 50 million loan inside credit bureaus. But if you buy a shop house, 100 million shop house, you take a 50 million loan, but you cannot see. So basically, this commercial customer can continue to buy another 50 million. As long as the company, their financial are healthy, they can continue to buy another 50 million. So that's the reason why that's because of the loan. So borrowing. So that makes a difference.
So to sum up is that it's always better to buy the commercial
first.
Then for operating company.
Yes.
Right? Then
you buy a commercial loan first, then you buy a residential. Because if you buy a commercial property first, your whichever 2 million, 3 million loan that you actually acquire, the credit bureaus will not be able to see it. So then you go and buy a residential and you are fresh. You don't know TTSL does not apply. So if you buy a residential later, then of course you can go to your whichever 75% max. One of your first loan. Yes. Yes. So that is the reason. And that is also one of the reasons why commercial short house is 300%. Yeah, it's true. This is true. This is all because of the foreigner eligibility, because of the loan, because of TDSL. So that is also part of the reason. But in short, landed is also very, very precious. Singapore land is scarce. So definitely everybody in Singapore will want to own a landed. That is for sure.
Right.
But for shop houses, yes, even foreigner got money, they also cannot buy. So foreigner buy what? Foreigner buy shop house. Correct. So foreigner buy shop house. If they buy a shop house and they do some changes and change the use and they can use it for their own club. So different usage, different investment point of view.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it still boils down to what they really want in for them
Correct.
I just hope that for today's session, right? So maybe we are just we are covering about different point of view, I would say.
Yes.
Because I think people will feel that really for landed is really more of the own emotional aspects and like what Christine has shared For me it's really a house of love. It's everything you put in is about it's about your own lifestyles and you really enjoy and look at whatever that you have achieved in the entire life. Yeah, good. So I think we are coming to the end and So I think
shall we?
So So we are coming to the end. So maybe we let us invite back all our back end supporting crew back to the show. Yes, today we slightly overrun a little bit, but because I feel that I really enjoyed the interactions with the people. So let us invite can hear, maybe don't know they can hear me. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, today, right, as mentioned, is the last episode of the property law. So Gary can also join us here. So, yeah, come on. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for being so supportive towards us for the 11th episode that we have done for this year in 2021. And property law, right, just now I didn't have a chance to share again, but maybe I think this opportunity is it's really an initiative that from us to reach out to you guys, whether you guys are agents or the members of public, please continue to help us to like and share, because we just want to, have this kind of interactive session, to let people know more about property related matters. Of course, we are property agent. Yes, of course we are. And we can see that there are a lot of gurus around. So for me, right, maybe we shall end the show by saying maybe what do we actually wish for the end of this 2021 and coming to the coming new year. So so I say first so that later so for me, right, 2021 has been a really good and exciting year for me. Of course, no more giving birth, etc., that kind of thing but because I yeah. So it is really I think it's a very good year.
Continue also,
yeah, very no. Okay, no. Actually it's him
I scared.
yeah, he's scared. Okay, so I really wish that in 2022, right, everyone will also continue to prosper and also let us live with COVID, because I think that the only way to overcome this is that we learn how to accept, and of course we stay safe and also protect ourselves and the family and be responsible. So I think this will be what I want to share for everyone for 2022. Continue to stay positive and let's live with it. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
So 2021 has been an amazing year. If you ask me, I myself, of course 2020, and doing this type of life is my first time in my whole life. I'm doing this,
Richard,
and they want me to put the hat on, put the hair. So I actually, to be honest, I have to object it. So I want it to be this platform. I feel you guys enjoy more. So that's the reason. Yeah, wear suit. Okay, so but of course, I wish everyone, in 2022, continue to stay safe. Again, no choice. We still need to stay safe. We need to protect our family. Again, same thing. So, and everybody, just enjoy your journey in 2022. I feel 2022 will continue to be in the momentum in 2021. Okay, I personally feel. And just now we have just shared about the lender. We have just shared about the shop house. So I personally feel in 2022, lender and shop house will be again the same trend. So just look at it. Just enjoy it together. But thank you.
Okay, for me, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all who has been supporting us since episode 1 all the way until episode 11. You know who you are. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your support, okay, throughout this whole year. Okay, so hopefully we can continue. All right, if you guys really want to see us to continue, can you type in the chat group? Yes, just type yes.
So it will give us
We want. Okay, then we get the confirmation. We will plan something out for 2022. All right, and I wish everyone in 2022 have a greater success. At the same time, most important, stay safe, stay healthy, okay, and make sure that put on your mask. Okay, so I hope to see you guys very soon. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you.
What about you?
Hey, a lot of yes, okay. Yes.
Thank you, Danny.
Property law is a very, very nice team to be with. You can feel their happy spirit, the kind of teamwork. They gel each other, want to get out together, proactively come together. This is the type of love at workplace that colleagues can gel together. Yeah, this is another type of love, and I'm very blessed to be part of them.
Yes.
Despite I only present twice, and I can feel the warmth. Okay, and I would love to have a blessed Christmas, smooth sail year for 2022 in divine health, and in whatever you do, great success.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so now is our back screen. Very important crew people, maybe from Tony. Yes, Tony.
Tony, right?
Right?
Never mind, you talk lah. You just talk, we can see one.
They can see you.
Okay, stay tuned. Season 2 will be soon.
2022.
Yes.
Investor.
Okay, good. All right, maybe Alfred as well.
Alfred, our golden boy.
Wow.
You have fans now, they want to see your reaction. So
If you all want to see more on our golden boy for the next season, let us know.
Yeah, y'all should put Alfred in the comments, then we all know. He will know that you guys want him. He will be back. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Continue to say. Yeah.
Really enjoyed being in this family. Thanks for all the fun that you have created. So hope to deliver more value moving forward to you all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good. And of course our
Ani Heng.
our bubbly and
Sini Heng, Ani Heng.
Yes.
Crew
I like
for
thank
me.
you all the supporters, people who log in and comment something, say something nice, say something nasty. You know why? That's the only way we can go on. For every show, right? It's like one whole bunch of us sitting at there, staring at them, make sure that they speak the right thing, do the right thing, don't suddenly go and off his hand or pull the pants So it is really, it's very fun. We are learning a lot of things together, and at the same time, we are bringing a lot of values. A lot of values is really a day-to-day on the ground work that we have been doing, and experience that we have been facing with different customer, different portfolio type and everything, and we are just like doing it in a very casual way and bringing it up online. But then later scared no audience then have to act cute put this speak in a way that we usually don't speak put on the wig so but it's really a very, very good learning experience, and we are not sure whether next year we're going to still continue with this, but however we are looking forward to it because you see the director Tony say already, stay tuned, he's planning all the outline already.
I think it has been an amazing journey because I think due to this COVID, we are either together or we are either at the back of the screen, on, off, if you all still remember. Halfway through, we need to do this, everybody in their home, and then after that, we come back again, 5 packs, 2 packs, etc. So there is a lot of challenges that we are actually facing to run this show. But definitely, I think it has been a very fulfilling one. Like what Christine has shared, if it's not for this property law, I don't think I ever really have a chance to really do something with her because it's totally a different kind of work together. But of course, also because of this property law, right, it has given us a lot of opportunity to really work with my co-colleagues to come up with something. Because of this COVID, we don't have a chance to meet, we don't have a chance to do a lot of things together. But because of this, we are together. So it has been a very meaningful journey so far. But it sounds like as if we are going to end property law. No, don't get us wrong. It's because today, this episode is the last episode of the year. So that's why we just want to end off like what Richard said, professionally, very sweet. Sorry, I don't have very good English and very stylo Milo kind of thing. Thank you so much. I think we received a lot of good comments, right? And like Jermaine, I think one of the thing I think they was really share about us is being real So that's why you can see that we don't really act really act as in we are not acting in our show. We just want to be ourselves. And so this is also one of the very true value that we also advocate in this media channel. All right. So property law is never the end. So we probably will see you guys again next year. But again, as I mentioned, thank you so much for your support. And also importantly, also take this opportunity to thank every single member of our media committee to make this thing happen. All right. So if you don't know who they are, right, never mind. Later, continue to watch our commercial.
Yes.
So you will know who they are, right? And of course, I'll see you guys next year. If not, I think we shall end the show for tonight.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
有没有100个？